shoulders and we say that all the time we are doing A to Z. The Honorable Minister asked us to make little noise in a very positive sense that you keep the doors open for a period of maximum of 1 week so that each and every day you will be able to give some kind of an opportunity. One day to school children and college students, one day to industries, one day to MSME and startup, one day to general public, one day to strengthen your relationship with the state government authorities. So this is how each and every day the labs were kept open for this kind of interactions and visits. And also labs, they made it very clear that whatever they have done in the form of a device or a product or a technology or a process or even a knowledge share, they openly shared it with the general public, and the results are very amazing. Because one of the directors, the NPL director on the other day was making a mention. When he was just running to catch a flight, he was just got pulled up by another reporter, and the reporter mainly threw a question that, sir, what do you think about the OWOL program? The moment the reporters are talking about OWOL, then we feel that because you are the launch vehicle, the moment we make you to understand that this is what is the message that should be really thrown to the society, the moment we are able to reach you, we feel that we have already reached the society. So this itself is an endorsement that we have reached you successfully. Meaning is definitely we have reached the society.
इसमें एक क्वेश्चन हो रहा है मेरा में, जो आपके लेवेंडर मिशन, अरोमा मिशन, ये जम्मू कश्मीर बहुत सारे इलाकों में फार्मर्स को एम्पावर करने का बहुत बड़ा माध्यम बन रहे हैं, तो अदर स्टेट्स में भी इसकी डिमांड बढ़ रही है, तो इसके लिए क्या कुछ कर रहे हैं?
Actually, it's a very good question. At CSIR now we are thinking about climate resilient crops and how best one successful variety could be introduced at different parts of the country also. Simply we cannot, I cannot give you an assurance that tomorrow entire country we will be able to come up with a kind of a lavender revolution. Because we need some kind of a research which has to be done. I will take an example from the apple Anna. Even though it is an Israel-based apple, first it got introduced only in the lower Himalayan belts. But IHBT, it was only IHBT who made it very popular, and they really made it as a virus-free root apple, low chilling variety. They got it introduced in, today it is getting cultivated in Manipur, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Therefore, no longer India should look at only the Himalayan belts or Kashmiri belts for apple. We can depend upon even Northeast. So we were able to make this possible, for which we did some amount of research. So same thing for herbal revolution, for its further expansion, we may require some amount of R&D. I think it's a good point. I will also ask my scientists to think about it, and we will take up some focused research in this direction, and we will try to popularize it.
और यादव जी आप जो पूछ रहे थे, मैम ने इसके पहले वाले पीसी में बताया था कि लैवेंडर के लिए जो एग्रो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस होते हैं वो हिली पहाड़ी एरियाज में होते हैं, तो CSIR is exploring the ideas of हिमाचल में, उत्तराखंड में कैसे इसको किया जा सकता है. Next question please.
But already few states they asked and they have given.
Yeah.
But once it is grown and it is shown, then only I can say that yeah, we have succeeded.
आपके इनोवेशन से रिलेटेड फार्मर को भी प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन ICR ने अवार्ड दिया है. लेवेंडर फार्मर
ICR has given award.
लेवेंडर फार्मर promoted by
farmers. Indian Council of Agriculture has awarded one scientist.
Oh, okay.
One farmer.
Farmer. Okay.
For
So doing this. Oh, okay. It's a news to me. Thanks.
Yes.
Sir.
Madam, we are celebrating Foundation Day, which is a great milestone, and we are also looking for the scientists who will be awarded. But more importantly, what is the future that you can talk about? In next 3 to 5 years, in 3 to 5 vertical segments, what are the cutting edge technology that your organization is leading? If you can shed some light on that.
Actually, whenever we are planning for what next, normally we just go by the priority of the mission. Whatever announcements that are being made by the national leadership, we start throwing importance to such kind of announcements. For example, sickle cell anemia. Recently only countries started talking about it, but we have been working in that field for about more than 6 years. So in the coming years also, we will be playing a very great role in mitigating sickle cell anemia, because even though we have already finished some amount of screening, we are parallelly or some kind of a capsule by means of which even infants could be treated for that. This is the research area in which we are right at this point of time. I'm sure in the coming days we'll be able to come up with some kind of a success story in that. That is number one. And second thing is in the same sickle cell anemia, the third vertical from CSIR is CRISPR-Cas technology. So genome editing that we are doing, we are trying our level best to understand and edit and sequence the genomes in such a way that the problem, whether we can mitigate it at its root cause level itself. That also we are trying our level best. If we succeed, I think that is a great, groundbreaking, interesting results. But we will continue to work in that area. This is one I told you. Second one is the mRNA platform. We have to some extent indigenized this mRNA platform, and we strongly believe that this will help us in a major way to quickly understand if at all any future pandemics are going to give some kind of a threat to maybe India or across the globe. I think this mRNA platform will help us to quickly understand and we'll be able to come up with some kind of a solution. So this is with respect to healthcare. And all the 8 verticals, we have the extended graph. And I will tell you one very interesting thing. Last year, during the society meeting, during the presentation, the Honorable Prime Minister expressed his concerns towards the citizens who are addicted to tobacco utilization. So he just asked you as scientists, can you address this issue at the grassroots level so that you can come up with a kind of a tobacco with less nicotine content so that even if the person who is addicted to tobacco usage is continue to use, he should not have health hazard and health related threats. And we have taken that point very seriously. And today if you go to CIMAP lab, you can see that kind of a plant that is already cultivated, and our data clearly shows that 50 to 60% of the nicotine content has been reduced in a significant way, and therefore what we feel is maybe in the coming days we'll be able to reduce it further so that we'll be able to consider the suggestions given by the Honorable Prime Minister. So whether it is Pain India program or e-mobility program or sickle cell anemia program or Gati Shakti program or Jal Shakti program, whatever the government is giving priority, just 2 weeks back they said that every part of energy should have storage as the main part. And you must be knowing that we have already created the first of its kind lithium battery producing facility in Chennai. And you will be thrilled to know that just last week we have succeeded in coming up with a kind of a pilot plant for its reaching the final stage for battery recycling also. Because country like India, maybe in another 5 to 6 years, the number of batteries which will be ready qualifying themselves for recycling is going to be so huge. Therefore, the technology development is already underway, and we have proven it up to one particular level. Now the pilot plant is coming up. So this is how, whenever government is, because we are closely watching every announcement being made by the government, accordingly we prioritize our research areas under these 8 thematic areas.
So, Pranab, just to add to what ma'am is saying, it is, the leadership which prioritize. So, CSIR has got the heliborne technology.
Yeah.
And we are using it Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. And it will, fulfill the dream of the Prime Minister for her nurses. Our sewage cleaning system is also well known. Our HAP mission, man,
Yes.
that 22 kilometers,
Yeah.
the sky 90 days it can fly, so it can gather data. So all these cutting edge technologies or verticals, whatever you are referring, research is already on. And tomorrow or day after tomorrow, there will be further, unveiling of the vision, not everything today.
Yeah. Waste to wealth, actually, we have minimum of half a dozen to 1 dozen successful technologies that have been successfully installed at a minimum of 20 to 30 places in the country. So we have number of success stories. Maybe if you are interested, I can share with you offline some details.
Just one value addition into this. Hydrogen storage and hydrogen mobility, where are we?
Actually, hydrogen, even before the country announced the National Hydrogen Mission, CSIR came up with the announcement of CSIR's hydrogen mission. We call it as H2T, Hydrogen to Technologies Mission. It is already a 2-year-old mission. We have 3 verticals. One is hydrogen generation, wherein we are using electrolysis whether it is alkaline electrolyzer or PEM electrolyzer. So we are going for green hydrogen generation. Second thing, you asked for application. Here we have been working with a minimum of 3 private industries for fuel cell technology, that is hydrogen powered fuel cell technology. Even I would say that whether it is a single cathode or open cathode or a closed cathode, high temperature fuel cell or a low temperature fuel cell, we have our expertise in all the 4 areas. So any kind of a fuel cell today, you say, we have the brain behind it, and it is fully indigenous technology. With that kind of a technology only, we recently demonstrated fuel cell powered car once, fuel cell powered bus once. And apart from that, the third point is storage, which is hydrogen storage. Up to type 3 cylinders we have succeeded. Now we are in the process of type 4 cylinders. CMERI, CSIR, CMERI from Durgapur, they are working on the type 4 cylinders. I think within another 1 to 1.5 years, we may be able to come up with a kind of a type 4 cylinders also, so that that will become an import substitution.
Ma'am, I have taken up, I think, Pranav and some of the media friends to the, Nagpur,
Okay.
Dr. Vaidya, and they have seen the hydrogen lab.
Okay.
They also saw the live demonstration of the green crackers.
Yes.
And if I think Mohana, who was the lady scientist? Number two is the CSI. Yeah.
Sadhana Railu.
Right.
Sadhana Railu. Sadhana Railu is the person for green crackers.
Yeah, and she also so does the hydrogen
Yeah.
lab. So 1 year before the announcement of the hydrogen mission, the work is already on in the CSI lab. Yeah.
Sir,
Mr. Agrawal.
yes, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. And I think more ladies are on the dais. There are 4 ladies, there are 3 men. So, 50-50, no, it's beyond. She's also part of that.
75%.
So I think you are happy about it.
Yes, yes, very happy, ma'am. We'd like to see all women. First, we'd like to see all women on that stage.
I think it will happen.
It will happen eventually. Yeah.
Definitely happen.
If they
We
can
will
run.
have ladies here and there also for a few rows.
Yes.
And we will make you to stand also.
Sure,
But
sure.
we'll try for that.
Yes.
अगर इसे फाउंडेशन में मेन फोकस क्या है कुछ खास है
Foundation day में
कुछ खास फोकस
Focus area.
focus area. Actually, focus area is, I will tell you, Honorable Prime Minister very recently made an announcement. Unless otherwise, you just enlarge the canvas of your vision. You cannot paint a big picture of Bharat. That is the vision of CSIR from now onwards. That is the focus point of this foundation day also.
Ma'am, my question was about this 1 week, 1 lab.
Okay.
So it was a very nice initiative and I tried to attend. But what I noticed was that there was very less media present there. So CSIR is somehow, somewhere we have not been able to media capture, they have not been done. Now, are you going to take it forward, like, because whatever has gone through, those deliberations which happened, there were vendors, there were people, all research people were there from all your institutes. So are we going to prepare something in the future where we can, be knowing what has happened inside?
Actually, science always believes in follow-up actions.
Yes.
So I used to tell to my own CSR fraternity in such a way, whenever you are planning for a meeting, first you plan for the meeting agenda, then you conduct the meeting. Within 24 hours, you just circulate the minutes of the meeting. Before the next meeting, you just inform that who is responsible for what. And in the next meeting, the first slide should be ATR, action taken report. That kind of a culture is already existing in CSIR, which is, it is for a small meeting, internal meeting. Therefore, it is exactly applicable to 1 week, 1 lab related efforts that we made. So we just made a template. We finished this kind of a campaign as an exercise. Follow-up will definitely continue, and I'll be definitely